What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, first, I want to say shout out to AS News Ellie Seckback. He constantly has coverage and he gets good shots of the guys and the good interviews. So, props to him for that. I was on his page and I was looking at some of the videos out in New York, and it looks like at the Zab Judah presser, final presser before the fight or the weigh-in, he caught Paulie Malignaggi and Adrien Broner, and I mean, they're like probably two of the loudest mouths in boxing, aside from Floyd Mayweather, in terms of expressing how they feel, being outgoing, having that showmanship and charisma. And what he got on tape was priceless. Just them going back and forth, a lot of back and forth banter. Just want to talk about it, and see if you guys seen it. I'll put the link in the description to Ellie's video. Check it out. Make sure you thumb it up and that kind of thing. Um, for starters, this is what I gotta say: the boxing community is so fickle. And what I mean by that is you guys don't know. 1 minute you're up, 1 minute you're down, hot and cold. And I really feel like that. I see the same screen names and usernames, whatever you call them, leaving various comments throughout boxing channels and videos online. And you guys aren't even consistent with your arguments. Um, I even did a video when they first announced it, Paulie Malignaggi and Adrien Broner. And I'm seeing comments like, this is a dumb fight. Adrien Broner, he learned from Mayweather. He's cherry picking. He's trying to take out the weak link champion at 147. And this is a stupid fight. Paulie Malignaggi has pillow fists, etc., etc., etc. A lot of people were apprehensive. And if you watch my video, I said this fight makes a lot of business sense. Again, you got two loudmouths and people who are going to express and be able to sell the fight based on their outgoing personalities. And pillow fisted or not, whatever you want to say about Paulie Malignaggi, he's not the type of fighter to back down, especially in like a verbal sparring. So I just knew it would make for good entertainment. And the biggest thing that I said in the video was at the time, the the most logical choice other than like a Paulie Malignaggi would be a step up to 140 and Adrien Broner fighting at 140, but most of the people at the time were locked up. Danny Garcia was fighting Zab Judah, Lamont Peterson, and Lucas Matisse. They were scheduling that. Amir Khan was already in the process of having his fights. So what I was saying is logically, this fight is not as asinine as some of you guys were making it out to be. Anyway, back to this video. Paulie and Adrien Broner, they went at it. They're definitely selling the fight early. Last video I seen, Paulie Malignaggi, it was some other channel. They had an interview with Paulie Malignaggi, and he said he signed his contract, but he hasn't heard about Broner signing his. So it wasn't final. But I mean, it looks like this fight's going down. We've all heard about it, and I don't know. It just looks like it's going down. It just hasn't been finalized, I guess you could say, and they're arguing like it's going down. So I'm expecting this one to um, go down. Knock on wood. But anyway, when the fight was announced, a lot of people were complaining, saying Paulie Malignaggi doesn't have a chance. He's pillow fisted. Adrien Broner's a cherry picker. Yada yada yada. Now, with the video that just surfaced on the internet, and some other channels got the same video from different angles and stuff like that. The one I watched was on ES News, and now that Paulie Malignaggi was talking a good game and trash talking, and in my personal opinion, I think if you want to consider the war of words, I think Paulie Malignaggi won that battle just because he was more vocal. Adrien Broner didn't really say as much, and Paulie Malignaggi got really animated, and you could tell he was really passionate about what he was saying. So if you want to count this like Mayweather Guerrero, I said Mayweather. I thought he won that verbals. I don't know you beat. I don't know you lost to when he was doing all that. I thought he clearly won that phase of the pre-fight madness just because Robert Guerrero seemed a little intimidated. It was quiet. Now with this, Adrien Broner, he wasn't quiet. To me, he wasn't as quiet as Robert Guerrero was to Floyd Mayweather, but he wasn't as animated as I would have expected. And Paulie Malignaggi was. Like, Paulie Malignaggi was on 10. Adrien Broner was on like maybe a 4 to a 6. He was just saying a couple smart aleck remarks and that kind of thing. So I definitely give the verbal round one to Paulie Malignaggi. And now all of a sudden that Paulie Malignaggi quote unquote punked Adrien Broner. He roasted him, whatever words you guys like to use. Um, and stood his ground. Now all of a sudden, I'm reading Adrien Broner. He's afraid of Paulie Malignaggi. He's scared. Blah blah blah. And these were some of the same people that were saying the fight was pointless. The fight made no sense, and it was a cherry pick fight. Now all of a sudden, he's scared. And furthermore, Adrien Broner, I even posted it on my videos on my channel. Errol Spence Jr. There was a report that he knocked out, and I even in my title I said it was a rumor because it hadn't been confirmed. There's a rumor that he knocked out Adrien Broner, and if you go to the video right now, look at the video on my page and read the comments. It has like over 8,000 views and some comments. People are just going back and forth. I'm not even really responding anymore because I got other shit to do. But they're going back and forth. Some people are saying it's a cover up and Errol Spence just did it to save face, and so Adrien Broner doesn't look bad and all kinds of stuff. But from everything I've heard from Errol Spencer, he sent a tweet. I'll try to put it at the end of this video if I can remember. Barry Hunter, the trainer, he says he was there. He said Errol Spence caught Broner with a good shot, but he didn't go down. He didn't get knocked out. And this was a year ago, or I've heard varying reports. I heard it was like a year and a half ago. Adrien Broner, also on ES News, he said that didn't happen. He said, me and Errol Spence never sparred in Vegas, and that's where the Mayweather gym is, where this allegedly happened. And some of you guys can't accept that. I'm reading all kinds of comments. Go to the video I'm talking about on Ellie Seckback's channel. Go to my video, and you'll just see so much hatred. Like, Broner must be doing something right because he got a lot of people that just hate him, and they refuse to believe, even though all sources point to that rumor doesn't sound entirely true based on what Errol Spence said, Barry Hunter, what Adrien Broner saying, and then just various other people that I've read statements from or whatnot. It doesn't sound like him getting knocked out cold was a legit rumor from what I've said. It could be a cover-up. I don't know. Personally, I don't really give a fuck. Like, if he got knocked out in sparring, realistically, unless he plans to move to 154 to fight Errol Spence, it's really irrelevant. So I don't care. If he got knocked out, he got knocked out. It's not me. It's not like I got knocked out. And in the world of technology, in the current age of technology, cell phones and Skypes, iPad minis, etc., I think some of the new iPods can record video too. My iPod's like second generation, so I don't know because mine doesn't have that ability. But anyway, in this technological age, it seems like somebody would have that on tape, and it probably would have leaked. I mean, celebrities have sex tapes that leak, but you got a star person and a former Olympian fighting, and no one thinks to like, hey, let me get this on tape. I don't know. So anything's possible. He could have got knocked out and it's a cover-up, but from every source that is really speaking throughout the media, it doesn't sound like it's true or it's entirely true about him getting knocked out. And some of y'all can't bear with that. Y'all can't live with that. It's like, no, it must be true. I hate Adrien Broner so much. It has to be true. And I wonder, do y'all, like, when y'all watch the news, if the news reports something, do you just automatically go against the grain and assume they're not telling? So if they're like, oh, the Boston Marathon, 2 explosions went off, you're like, no, it had to be 3 because I heard it was 3. It had to be 3 explosions. Like, do you guys just make up your own stories often, or is it just something you do for boxing? I never really understood that. Again, all sources, whether they're covering it up or not, are saying this dude didn't get knocked out, yet you, being a YouTube user with 0 subscribers and no picture and no channel of relevancy, you just know that Broner had to get knocked out. So it's crazy to me, but I'll leave that to you guys to argue in the comments. All I know is the build up to this fight is very entertaining. Paulie Malignaggi is a funny guy. He's very knowledgeable. I like him as a commentator as well. So we'll see what unfolds. Hopefully the contracts get signed and it gets officially announced, and we'll just get it. We'll get it in. I want to see who wins, and I want to see, like, a lot of people, you don't take into consideration jumping up 2 weight classes. This is the other thing that throws me with some of your boxing fans, and I'm gonna get out of your ear. Some of you boxing fans are the ones, and again, you guys don't have consistency. You have a rule, and it applies to fighter A, but it doesn't apply to fighter C, and that's not how it should work. It should be equality across the board. That's pretty much profiling. If a cop pulls a person over because he's Hispanic and it doesn't look like he has an ID, or because he's black and he looks like he's up to no good, that's profiling. And that's pretty much what you guys do, because you have rules and it's only applies to when you're trying to make your point, but other than that, it doesn't. Here's an example. Some people hate Floyd Mayweather. What a quinky dink. They hate Adrien Broner as well. So when Marquez moves up 2 weight classes to fight Floyd Mayweather and gets dominated all 12 rounds, doesn't win one single round, people say, oh, it's because Mayweather's a bully. He likes to pick on smaller people, even though this was one fight that he couldn't make weight. But they want to say Mayweather is a pussy because he fought Marquez not at his best, but he fought him and made him come up in weight. Even though that same Marquez also went 2 weight classes up to fight Pacquiao in the third fight, and he did win rounds. I think he won the whole fight. Roy Jones Jr., Abner Mares, plenty of people thought Pacquiao lost that fight and Marquez won. And that's another example where you have an elite fighter jumping up 2 weight classes, and he didn't get, by any stretch, by any means, did he get, at the very least, even if you felt Pacquiao won the third fight, there's no way you could not give Marquez one single round. Where when he fought Mayweather, he lost every single round. And with the same rule, with the Marquez going up in weight, he goes up 2 weight classes. It's unfair because he got dominated by Floyd Mayweather. Yet Adrien Broner is going up in weight to fight Paulie Malignaggi, and I'm not comparing Malignaggi to Mayweather, but it's still traveling up in weight class for a young fighter to uncharted territory. And they're not giving any level of credit. Like, this is not a tough task at all, just because, I don't know, because they just expect Paulie Malignaggi to lose based solely off power. He does have the power disadvantage. That's, anybody could tell you that. But he also has smarts. He's also very seasoned. He also has probably more mobility in footwork than someone like Adrien Broner. And he has ring IQ. So you can't go solely based on power. And again, you can't say this rule applies when you want to make your point for Marquez traveling up 2 weight classes. But when Marquez traveled up 2 weight classes against Pacquiao, then that's not the same thing. Or if Adrien Broner goes up 2 weight classes to fight Malignaggi, that's not the same thing. So just be consistent. That's all I'm asking. I know some of you guys, it's like talking to a wall, so it really doesn't matter. But I just had to say my point. Anyway, I'm looking forward to Broner versus Malignaggi. I think at the very least it'll be entertaining, and both guys are talking so much shit. I want to see who delivers, and if Paulie can pull off the upset. Paulie Malignaggi was talking crazy. If you watch the video, again, link in the description, Paulie was saying, like, I'm going to loosen your teeth up, and I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to fuck you up. Just wait. So, I don't know. Obviously, he's confident in his skills or some kind of flaws that he's seen in Adrien Broner. Other than that, we shall see what happens. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.